Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to day 4. Today we are looking at the solar plexus. So this is the third chakra. Its color is yellow, which is why I'm in my yellow sweater today. First of all, well done for doing all the challenges so far. I hope you have noticed something as you've connected with the different centers. Today, solar plexus. So this is the chakra which is located right here, so right above the navel. Okay, now being an energetic center, it's difficult to pinpoint exactly where it is on each person, but that's roughly where it is. And at the corresponding point on the spine. Okay, so it really is the center of your being. This chakra is known to store your consciousness. It's known to store all your scars, your past experiences. It's supposed to be the center of your being. Okay, so it's an extremely powerful center to connect with. This center governs action. Okay, so there's an old Indian story, like a religious story, and it talks about a warrior called Arjuna. And Arjuna was a character and he represents the solar plexus. Okay, Arjuna is known for being really courageous, really righteous, really strong. He's an extremely good warrior. So he knows when to act, he knows when to fire his arrow, but he also knows when to hold back. So this center is really related to you taking action and taking confident action in your life. When it's not balanced, we lack confidence. We lack the ability to take action on our dreams. We don't trust ourselves. We may procrastinate. So it's really crucial that this part of you, this confident, action-orientated part of you, is engaged, is aligned, and is balanced. Okay? Now, for some people, so when this is balanced, you can take action confidently. You trust yourself to do what you need to do towards your goals, towards other people, towards society. When it's imbalanced, you will lack confidence. You won't move forward with things. And I've noticed this with my clients. So sometimes if a client is struggling with taking action, I will recommend the exercises we're going to do today to actually build up this energy center. So yesterday we created a vision, we created something that you can see in your mind's eye, you're holding in your sacral. And now I'm going to give you the tools to make this and turn that vision, that dream, into actual action in the world. So there's two different options actually today. One of them is a pranayam, which you might be familiar with. It's a breath exercise. And the reason I'm using a pranayam today, a breathing exercise, is because when we breathe and we breathe out in the way we're going to breathe today, it's seen that we are clearing consciousness. So if anything is stored in your solar plexus, any wound, any emotional trauma, anytime you took action, it didn't work out, you could be holding that trauma here. By doing this exhalation, you will clear that trauma. Okay? So we're going to do that. There are lots of contraindications though, so I'm going to read those out. So if you can't do the breathing exercise, I'm going to give you an alternative. So depending on what works for you. So I'll show you now the breathing exercise. So before I do, here's the contraindications, okay? So this exercise cannot be done by individuals with high or low blood pressure, heart disease, hernia, gastric ulcer, epilepsy, vertigo, migraine headaches, significant nosebleeds, detached retina, glaucoma, history of stroke, and for anyone who has undergone recent abdominal surgery. So if that's you, or if you're just not sure, you're a bit worried, then don't do this breathing exercise and just wait till the end when I'm going to tell you what the alternative will be. If you are okay to do it, this is known as sort of the shining skull breath, okay, or the life-giving breath. It is quite a strong breath, but what it does is it really gets the solar plexus fired up. The element for the solar plexus is fire. So it's all about your digestive fire, your digestive organs are located here, and it's all about really firing up your plans, your actions, and confidently taking action. So what we're going to do, you're going to sit in a comfortable position. I'm actually sitting on a chair, you can see. You don't have to sit on a chair, you can sit cross-legged on the floor. And you're going to hold this mudra, which is known as the Gyan mudra. Okay, and this is a mudra you might actually be familiar with. Now what this mudra does, it actually opens, it opens up the diaphragm. So when you hold this mudra, it makes this breathing exercise a lot easier to do. You're going to hold this mudra, and I'm just going to move back a little bit. Hold this mudra in your lap, and this is a process of forced exhalation. Yeah, so it's like you're breathing out, but the inhalation happens by itself. So it's almost like you're blowing your nose. When you're blowing your nose quite forcefully, and then you let the inhalation happen by itself. Okay, so I'm just going to show you, and I'll show you with the camera on my stomach so you can actually see. So I'm going to hold the gun with the one hand and just show you. Okay, I'll just move back a bit so you can see me properly. So ready? So as you can see, I will take one inhale to start, but then the exhalations I will force but not inhale. So just showing you again. And it's like I'm pumping my solar plexus as a muscle, using the breath to do so. So this is known as Kapalbhati. If you're not contraindicated in all the things I described, then I want you to do 3 rounds of 10. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10. Stop, rest, then another 10, stop, rest, and another 10. If at any point it's too much for you, you can't do 10, you only want to do 5, just stop. Listen to your body, don't strain, please don't strain. If you find this exercise useful and you know that your confidence could do with a bit of a pep up, feel free to take this on as a daily practice. Yeah, this is a great breath to do in the morning. Oh, don't do this after food. That's another big thing. You have to wait at least 3 hours after food before you do this. Yeah, so if you have just eaten a heavy meal, wait and do this later in the day or actually in the morning. The morning is actually the best time. Now, if you are contraindicated, or if you're somebody who's quite fiery, because this is the fire, we're making the energetic body fiery so it can take action. If you're someone who's naturally quite fiery, perhaps you've got a bad temper, or someone who's always quite hot, you know, your body's already quite fiery, then I would say instead of that, the other option is you can take, here's one I made earlier. This is a ghee lamp. You don't need a ghee lamp necessarily. Gosh, that's really bright. It's basically a flame. You can use a candle. You can use whatever you want to use that represents the element of fire. So I would recommend using a candle or something. And what I want you to do, if you can't do the breath, is I want you to, for 5 minutes, set a 5-minute timer and look at the flame. Okay, so I want you to do a meditation on the flame of the candle. And what that does is, by you connecting with the fire, by you connecting with the light of the flame, you are also firing up your solar plexus. So it's a very, very, very powerful exercise if you can't do the breathing. And when you do this, I want you to really think that fire, may that flame light up my fire. May that flame give energy to my dreams, to my actions, and may I confidently go forward with my goals. Okay, so when you've done either one, either the breathing or the 5-minute meditation on the flame, I want you to post day 4 done in the comments. Okay, enjoy. I hope you can confidently go towards your dreams and goals by working with the solar plexus. It's an incredibly powerful center. And just some bonus points if you really want to work with this center. All the warrior poses in yoga, they are all designed with Arjuna in mind and also with the solar plexus to fire up the solar plexus. So anything that's firing up this area is really, really good for you. So enjoy, post day 4 done when you're done, and I will see you tomorrow for the heart. Bye.